Hello everyone and welcome to the WCG for match 6 of the 2023 Australia Day T20 Big Bash, which sees the 6 offenders taking on the Saggy Greens in the second match of Group B. The 6 offenders getting home against Wet Up in a last ball thriller, and this is the first match of the tournament for the team in bottle green. As we take a look at how things stand in Group B, as just mentioned, the 6 offenders got past Wet Up on the last ball of the match, accruing a bonus point in the process after they dismissed Wet Up inside 2 overs. So they sit pretty at the top of Group B on 3 points and know that a win here will see them top the group. Captains are in the middle and ready for the toss.
You ready, guys? Shake hands. All right, lowest ranked side is the Saggy Greens. You can call.
So the Saggy Greens skipper Tom Doy wins the toss, and he's elected to send the 6 offenders into bat. As we take a look at the Saggy Greens lineup for this year's tournament, it's as you were from last year. The side captained by Tom Doy once again, and he'll be joined by Rhys de Burgh and Troy Hayden. And as for the 6 offenders, it was a reasonably impressive effort against Wet Up in their opening contest. Daniel Hancock will captain the side once again, and he'll be joined once again by Nathan Hancock, his twin brother, and Riley Cornforth, who got them home with the bat. And just before we get underway, we'd like to thank our major partner for this year's tournament, Better Beer, who have been fantastic since jumping on board. It is always a day for it here at the WCG. So a massive contest about to get underway here in Group B. A win for the 6 offenders will see them qualify in top spot. A win for the Saggy Greens will throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Let's get it on. So it will be Riley Cornforth who will get this innings underway for the 6 offenders. Got his side home in that tense win against Wet Up in match 2. Can he continue that form into this one? So it's going to be the skipper Tom Doy to bowl to Riley Cornforth for the first over. He's in now around the wicket. Here he's in now. This one sits up and Cornforth hammers it to the boundary first up. Well, how about that for confidence? Picking up where he left off in match 2. He's away. Doy to continue around the wicket here to Cornforth in the first over. Here he's in now, and this one's a full delivery and has played to de Burgh on the offside, but he fields well for no run. So aggressive intent shown early on here from Cornforth, as Doy will continue around the wicket here again, and has played on the onside, and I think that's well stopped by Troy Hayden, who dives to his left to make a good stop. So he's seeing him well so far. Here is the youngster. Here's Doy will continue around the wicket in the opening over. Here's this one's another one that's pitched short, and this one has been hammered through mid-wicket, this time for a maximum. Too short once again here from Doy, and it's been punished. 11 without loss. It's going to be Rhys de Burgh to bowl the second over of the innings. He's in around the wicket here to Cornforth, and this one sits up for Cornforth, and he punishes it through the offside for his 3rd boundary. Cornforth seeing him like watermelons to begin match 6. He's raced to 14. So the 6 offenders have dashed out of the blocks here to begin match 6. As de Burgh will continue again now to Cornforth. Oh, and this one's a better delivery. This goes right through Cornforth, and it might have just missed that off stump. Yeah, it looks to be close. So a good reply that there from de Burgh, as he'll continue around doing it once again to Cornforth, who gets his way through mid-wicket for another boundary. Brilliant stuff here from Cornforth once again. He has raced to 18. The 6 offenders 19 without loss. So de Burgh in for the final ball of the second over. Who's in now? This one's a full delivery, and it's hammered down the ground from Cornforth for his 5th boundary. Over pitch on this occasion, and it's been hammered. 23 without loss after 2. It's going to be Troy Hayden to bowl the 3rd over of the innings. He too will go around the wicket. He too just drops short, and he too has been put away to the boundary. Cornforth on a mad one here in match 6. He moves into the 20s. 27 without loss. The Saggy Greens in desperate need of a wicket here, as Hayden will continue again now to Cornforth, but this one I think hits him on the body, and he's going to move through for a leg bye. So the Saggy Greens looking on here to begin the tournament. In particular, Riley Cornforth with the bat. The youngster 26 not out. His side has moved along to 28 without loss. As Hayden's in once again to Cornforth, it's over-pitched, and it's hammered to the boundary. Cornforth moves into the 30s now, and the 6 defenders move along to 32 without loss. So it's going to be the skipper, Tom Doy, to bowl the final over of the innings. He's in now to Cornforth, and this one's a full toss. Oh, but Cornforth can't beat the Berg there at mid-wicket. He'll be disappointed with that one. A dot ball to begin the final over here for the Saggy Greens. As this one's bagged in from Tom Doy, and it's been hit over the fence from Cornforth. So his innings comes to an end. The Saggy Greens skipper picks up his first wicket of the tournament, and a good knock from Cornforth comes to an end on 30. So a good breakthrough there for the Saggy Greens in the final over, as that wicket now brings Nathan Hancock to the crease at number 2. Did not feature with the bat in his side's opening match victory. Can he get a few away here in the final over? So it's going to be Doy to Hancock for his first delivery. He goes around the wicket this time. It's played towards Hayden on the offside. He goes through for a single, does Hancock, and the throw is wide. Well, it's a good stop initially there from Hayden, who stops a certain boundary. Good mobility to then pounce on it. Oh, and a direct hit, and he was gone. Very agile stuff there from Haydos. Here is Doy will continue around the wicket in the final over, and this one's a full delivery, and it's a swing and a miss here from Hancock. So it's a priceless dot for the Saggy Greens. So the 6 offenders 1 for 33 as we arrive at the final ball of the innings. It's Doy around the wicket to Hancock. This one's another one that's banked in short, and there's another one that's been hit over the fence. So he picks up 2 wickets in the final over here, does Doy. It's a brilliant final over which restricts the 6 offenders, and they've perhaps regained a bit of momentum. So a brilliant knock at the top of the order from Riley Cornforth, and a brilliant fight back with the ball in that final over from Tom Doy, the Saggy Green skipper. Has seen the 6 offenders finish on 2 for 33 after their 20 deliveries. They look to be getting beyond the Saggy Greens, but they're restricted in the back end of the innings, and it's 34 to get for Tom Doy and his men. And it will in fact be the Saggy Green skipper Tom Doy who will get this run chase underway with the blade. Had a poor tournament with the blade in last year's edition, which saw the Saggy Greens crash out at the group stage. Can he get them off to the start they need here? So 34 to get. It's going to be Hancock into Doy, and he gets a bottom edge on this one as he looks to pull it through mid-wicket, and it's well stopped by Nathan Hancock. So skipper v skipper here in this opening over, which is shaped to be a brilliant battle here, as Hancock will continue to Doy in the opening over, and Doy swivels on the back foot, and this time he gets this away through for a boundary. So Doy off and racing here for the run chase as he's underway in typical fashion. Hancock to continue to Doy over the wicket here in the opening over. He's in now, this one's a full delivery, and it's played towards Nathan Hancock again there at mid-wicket, but he's done well to make the stop. That looked to be travelling off the bat of Doy, who'd feel he's unlucky there, but it's a good stop from Hancock. As Daniel Hancock's in now, once again to Doy, it's another one that goes through mid-wicket, this time for a maximum. There's no stopping this on this occasion for Nathan. That's a brilliant bit of timing. 10 without loss. It'll be Riley Cornforth who'll bowl around the wicket here for the second over. Here he's in now to Doy, and he swats this on the leg side once again for another maximum. The Colt hero off to a flyer here in the run chase. The Saggy Greens 17 without loss. Brilliant stuff this from Doy at the top of the order. As Cornforth is in once again, it's another full delivery. It's another one that travels to the boundary through the mid-wicket region. Doy races to 20, and the Saggy Greens are well on track here. 21 without loss. It'll be Nathan Hancock to bowl the third over of the innings. He's in now over the wicket here too. Doy, and this one is pushed down the leg side. So that's the second sundry of the over. They can ill afford that, the 6 offenders. The Saggy Greens 24 without loss, requiring a further 10 runs off 9 deliveries to win this Group B match. So last year's semi-finalists are in big need of a wicket. This one's a full delivery, and it's another one smacked through mid-wicket from the Colt hero. They're within a clean hit now of the Saggy Greens. Doy moves to 26. It's 30 without loss. So the Saggy Greens just one hit away from an upset win here in match 6. As Hancock is in once again to Doy, and this one's a full delivery, and I think this hits Doy on the body as he moves through for a leg by. So the Saggy Green skipper inches his side ever closer. as he bustles through for a leg bye. So 3 to get from this final over. It's going to be the skipper, Daniel Hancock, to bowl to Doy. Here he's in now, and this one's a back of a length delivery outside the off stump. Oh, it's been given a wide, and the 6 offenders cannot believe it. They cannot believe this call. Let's have a look. Oh, it's touch and go. We've seen him given, we've seen him let go, and Hancock is furious. Just 2 to get from 5 now, as Hancock will continue again now to Doy, and this one's a bullet which just goes through about chest height on Doy, and it's a plain miss. So 2 to get off 4 deliveries. The 6 offenders finding himself in another final over thriller. So it's skipper v skipper once again in the final over. This one's a good length delivery. Oh, he's got a nick through to the keeper. So they're still alive here, the 6 offenders. That's a big wicket. Doy goes for 26. It's a thick outside edge, and he can't get the business done. Is there hope for the 6 offenders? Well, the Saggy Greens are still just 2 runs away from victory, as that wicket now brings Reece de Boer to the crease at number 2. He is not renowned for his batting ability, as we saw in last year's tournament, so this might be an opportunity here for the 6 offenders. So it's 2 to get off 3 deliveries. Hancock to de Boer, and he's dug this one in short, and it's get a top edge over the fence. It's 2 in 2 for the 6 offenders. They're still alive. They go bang bang in this final over, and the Saggy Greens are collapsing. De Boer goes for a duck, and it's 2 for 32 with 2 balls remaining. Well, we've got yet another thrilling finish here at the Australia Day T20 Big Bash, as that wicket now brings Troy Hayden to the crease, the last man in. They still trail by 1 run, and there's 2 balls remaining in the innings. So can he be the hero? It's Hancock into Hayden. Oh, he gets a thick edge onto the fence. He's going to sit through for a single. Oh, a direct hit, and that might have been it. That did not look too far away. However, scores are level now at the WCG. It's a thick outside edge. He sets off straight away. Yeah, direct hit, he was gone. So the 6 offenders now face the same situation, but in the reverse to their opening match. Scores are level as we arrive at the final ball of this contest. It's Hancock to Hayden. Here he's in now, it's a good length delivery. Oh, and he's hammered it over the fence. It's a tie. We're going to a super over for just the 3rd time in Australia Day T20 Big Bash history. The 6 offenders look done, but 3 wickets in the final over from their skipper has sent us to extras. So for just the 3rd time in Australia Day T20 Big Bash history, we are heading to a super over. Brilliant knocks at the top of the order from Cornforth initially, then the Saggy Green skipper Tom Doy with a catalyst for both sides, but Daniel Hancock, the skipper in the final over, picking up 3 wickets, has kept the 6 offenders alive. It's time for another toss.
Shake hands again. Lowest ranked will still call. It's a flat, and it's a flat again. You're going to bowl first in the super over.
So Tom Doy, the Saggy Green skipper, has elected to bowl first here in the super over. And just a reminder of the rules. Each side will pick a player to bat and bowl, but it cannot be the same player. It is just 1 wicket, so once that batsman is dismissed, the innings is over. So it's cutthroat cricket here in the super over. Few things get the blood going more than this. It's sudden death cricket. Let's go. So predictably, the 6 offenders have chosen Riley Cornforth to bat here in this super over. Made 30 in his side's innings. Can he replicate that form here? And it looks like the Saggy Greens are going to go with Reece de Boer for this over. So here we go, Reece de Boer around the wicket for the super over. Here he's in now, it's a full toss, and it's hammered down the ground from Cornforth for a maximum first ball. Picking up where he left off in the main match. That's a great way to start the super over. Bang! So they're off to the best possible start here in the super over. As the Burgers in once again to Cornforth. Oh, he's knocked him over now. And just like that, the super over is over. The 6 offenders bowled out for 6. It will be 7 to get for the Saggy Greens. And predictably, it will be Tom Doy who will bear the responsibilities with the blade here in this super over. Batted brilliantly in his side's run chase. Can he go again here to get his side home? 7 to get here for the Saggy Greens. It'll be his opposition number who will take responsibility with the ball. Hancock into Doy. Oh, it's a good delivery. There's a slight appeal here from the 6 offenders, but the umpire says no, thank you. So drama from the very first ball. 6 is not the worst score in a super over, and in the 2 previous super overs at the Australia Day T20 Big Bash, the side batting second has lost both times. There's obviously a little bit more context to that, as this one's a beamer from Daniel Hancock. So that's a no ball, will have to be re-bowled. Oh, that's dangerous. So they're away here, the Saggy Greens. A 6 will do it here for Doy. As Hancock is in once again to Doy, and this one hits him on the boot, and it rolls into the boundary for 4-leg boys. Can you believe it? It's a great delivery from Daniel Hancock. It doesn't deserve to go to the boundary, but the luck going with the Saggy Greens here. So 2 to get here from 3 deliveries. They've been here before, the Saggy Greens. Here is Hancock, digs this one in short, and Doy hits this into the ground and goes through for a single. Oh, and Doy has got his body in the way and will draw the scores level. Unlike the rule change in outdoor cricket, you are well within your rights to do it here at the WCG, and that single brings the Saggy Greens level. So 1 to get from 2 deliveries now. Hancock into Doy. Oh, it's a good length delivery, and it goes right through the Saggy Greens skipper. And he doesn't make contact. It's a priceless dot. So it's 1 to get off 1 delivery. We go to the final ball of the super over. Surely we're not going to a second super over. Hancock into Doy. It's a full delivery. Can't make contact. Scores a level again. And for just the second time in Australia Day T20 Big Bash history, we have to go into a second super over.
All right, let's go. Tom to call again. Savali.
So Tom Doy elects to send the 6 offenders into bat once again in this second super over. What an amazing contest we've seen here at the WCG today. The 6 offenders are going to go with Riley Cornforth again, and Saggy Greens are going to go with De Boer with the ball. So De Boer into Cornforth for the first ball of the second super over, played away to Troy Hayden, who fields well for a dot ball to begin with. So no boundary off the first ball as it was for Cornforth in the first super over. As De Boer is in once again to him now, he's hit this over the fence. He's gone for a duck. The Saggy Greens surely just a stroke away from victory now. Cornforth just did not get over the top of this one. He hits it over the fence. And the Saggy Greens require just 1 run now for victory. So the Saggy Greens skipper will bat again here in this second super over. They require just 1 run for victory. They should have won in normal time. They should have won in the first super over. Surely they're on track here. It's going to be the 6 offender skipper with the responsibility with the ball. Hancock into Doy. It's a quick delivery, bang on the money. And this one hits Doy in the leg first ball. Well, this has been quite an extraordinary match of cricket here at the Australia Day T20 Big Bash. As Hancock is in once again to Doy. It's a full delivery, and it's another swing and a miss here from Doy. This might not have been too far away from the off stump. Oh, it was in the end. Good bowling from Hancock. So 1 to get from 3 deliveries here for the Saggy Greens. He's in now to Doy, who gets a top edge over the fence. Can you believe it? For the first time in Australia Day T20 Big Bash history, we are going to a 3rd super over. This is absolutely insane.
Shake hands again, then you pricks. You might as well be stuck together, you idiots. Saggy Greens will call again. This time it's a heel.
We will have a bowl this time.
So this time it's the 6 offender skipper Daniel Hancock who wins the toss, and he has sent the Saggy Greens into bat. And once again it will be Tom Doy, the Saggy Greens skipper, who will bat in this super over. This has been an amazing game of cricket. It'll be Hancock into Doy. Here's in now, it's another good length delivery. And it's a swing and a miss to begin the third super over here from Doy. Well, this has just been an extraordinary game of cricket. You just do not know what's going to happen next. Hancock into Doy. Here he's in now and he's hammered this through mid-wicket for a boundary. He has played this shot brilliantly throughout this sixth match and he's got another one away. 4 without loss. So Hancock under a wee bit of pressure here in this third super over. Here he's in now to Doy and this one's a swing and a miss here from Doy and it's been let go by the umpire. He looked back nervously there, did Hancock, thinking he might have been pinned for a wide, but the umpire is on his side this time around. So 4 without loss with 2 balls remaining in the super over. Hancock to Doy. Here he's in now, there's another swing and a miss here from Doy. As lethal as he has been with the bat today, he has had plenty of those. So we arrive at the final ball of the third super over. The Saggy Greens just 4 without loss. Doy would be happy with any sort of boundary here, you'd feel. So it's Hancock to Doy for the final delivery. Gets a thick edge to Nathan Hancock, who can't gather cleanly. And he moves through for a single to end the super over. So the Saggy Greens finish 5 without loss. And the 6 offenders need 6 for victory. And although history is not on their side, you'll feel they'll have to be happy with that. So for a third time, the 6 offenders will go with Riley Cornforth once again with the bat. Scores of 6 and 0 in his previous 2 efforts in the super overs. He hasn't lasted longer than 2 balls. What can he do here? 6 to get for the 6 offenders. De Burg with the ball once again. Here he's in now, this one's a full delivery. Oh, and I think Cornforth is looking for a wide, but the call is not forthcoming. Let's have a look. Oh, that is tight. That is tight indeed. Perhaps they've got away with one there, the Saggy Greens. 7 of 4 deliveries as De Burg is in 2. Cornforth, oh, he's hit into the bin. This marathon match is finally over. In one of the craziest games we've ever seen at the WCG, the Saggy Greens prevail in the third super over. Once again, Cornforth can't last past 2 deliveries. And finally, the Saggy Greens prevail in an absolute epic. Well, these 2 sides have played some classics down the years, but this one tops the lot. It's the Saggy Greens who claim the points as they prevail in a third super over. De Burg the hero for the Saggy Greens as he knocked over Cornforth in each of the super overs as they now head into their final match of the group against Wet Up in second place. As we have a look at the group standings, the 6 offenders are still on top and have already done enough to qualify. Thanks to their bonus point and their wickets taken, they will not finish below second place, which sets up a winner-takes-all clash in match 10 between Wet Up and the Saggy Greens. A win for the Saggy Greens will see them top the group. However, a loss to Wet Up will likely see them crash out of the tournament. So as we look ahead to the next match of the tournament, it doesn't get much bigger than this. The 2 most successful sides in Australia Day T20 Big Bash history battle it out in Group C. How's that take on Nice Gary, with the defending champs looking to save their campaign?